Hi, I'm Seb from Groundology, and in this video I'm going to show how domestic electricity and appliances such as laptops and computers, etc. induce voltage in the human body, and how grounding can help with this. So this kind of test is very easy to do. All you need is a reasonably sensitive digital voltmeter or multimeter, and we've got it set here to AC voltage. So this is important because the type of voltage which EMF induces is AC voltage. So the setting on this meter here is indicated by a V with a wavy line. On other meters it might say VAC or ACV, and we've got it set here on the range 20, which means it will read up to 20 volts. That's a reasonably good starting point for doing body voltage readings. Now we're measuring the body with reference to Earth, so the common or COM port of the meter is connected to Earth via this cable and this crocodile clip, which just clips into the second terminal on an earth connection plug, such as you'd get with any piece of grounding or earthing equipment. And then on the other end is just the standard probe, test probe, and it's got a metal tip, and I'm going to just squeeze that in the fingers of my hand, and that will now show that my body voltage reading on the screen. So you can see there I've got about 2.25 volts, 2.25 volts in my body. Yeah, this is not too bad. You know, it could be worse. We're in a reasonably isolated situation here. It's you know, a single building in the middle of the woods. No power lines nearby. Most of the things in this building are turned off. So this is literally just from the electricity cables running through the wall and from this small laptop that's a couple of feet away from me over here. Now watch what happens when I put my hand nearer to this laptop. As you can see, I'm still 2 or 3 inches away from the laptop, and it's almost up to 4 volts. If I put my hand actually on the laptop, you can see it goes up to about 13 volts. If I take the laptop and actually put it on my lap, you can see, in fact, it's gone right off the scale. I'm just going to put this up to the next range up, and you can see now it's reading over 20 volts, having this laptop resting on my lap. So it just indicates how it's the proximity to the electricity which really increases the body voltage reading. So if, for example, you've got electricity cables running next to your bed in the walls, you're going to have quite a lot of volts in your body, which is one of the reasons why it's so important to sleep grounded. So let me show you now what happens if I put my hand on this grounding mat that I've got on the desk. I'll just start by putting one finger on the mat, and you can see with one finger it drops almost to zero, 0.3, 0.4. If I put my whole hand on the mat, then there we go, it's dropped completely to zero. So it's as near as 0.1, so it's a little tiny bit of voltage, but really nothing to speak of, considering that I've got a laptop directly on top of my lap. So this is the way that I generally like to use computers. I will have a mat under my keyboard. If whilst I'm typing, I'll rest my wrist on the mat. Whilst I'm using the mouse, again, my wrist is resting on the mat, and that just keeps the voltage right down, as you can see on the screen there. And the same is true for using an earthing sheet. If you're in bed on an earthing sheet, you know that your body voltage is going to be virtually zero.